Ladies and gentlemen, look at these beautiful ribs. This is just some awesome stuff. Boy, it's a hot day here, coastal Southern California, Ventura County. I think it's already 75 degrees. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Greenhorn Barbecue Beer. If you're new to the channel, I'm Todd, and this is where we show you guys how to barbecue the way we barbecue. Okay, today's video is made possible by the Ventura Meat Company in Ventura, California. And what we got here today is a really special treat for you. There's some really fresh, really nice ribs. So as you can see, these things, pork ribs, are really beautiful. They're from Coleman Farms here in California. Nicely trimmed. I'm not even going to touch them. These are a sustainable, responsible farm that's that the Ventura Meat Company sources from, and they're just really nice, beautiful looking. We're going to use a smear of yellow mustard, followed up by some Killer Hogs, the AP rub, the all-purpose rub, and we're going to let them sweat out while I get the smoker ready. And then I'm going to finish them off for a nice color with some of this Meat Church honey bacon barbecue. Beautiful color, beautiful flavor, and when you bite into that rib, you're really going to see that pop. The first thing we're going to do is a little mustard. Now don't worry about the mustard. You can rest assured that you are not going to taste this at all. I don't care how sensitive your taste buds are. This acts as a really good binder for that rub that's going on there. And any flavor from the mustard is only going to enhance the meat. Okay, when you're working around pork, be sure to keep your hands clean. I choose to use these gloves, which help a lot. Okay, obviously after handling any bottles, we're going to clean them very thoroughly with the nice disinfecting wipe. So, now we're going to go for the AP rub. And give it a really generous coating there. Okay, you never want to actually rub your rub. It's just called a rub. You want to pat it in really gently. Flip it over and repeat. There we go. Okay. I like to hold it up about 10 to 12 inches. Get a nice even spread on there. And these beautiful ribs from the Ventura Meat Company. And there we go. So we're going to let these get set up while we get the fire ready. Okay, so this fire's coming up pretty good here. It's taken me about an hour to get to this point. I'm using some white oak and red oak mixed to get the pit up to temperature. I'm just a touch over 200 here, maybe about 220, which is just about where I want to be. Over here on the left side, in the upper deck, I'm right about 200. So there's kind of a zone here. I'm using inside the pit today is a water tray closer to the firebox, and I have a tuning plate in here from Yoder. It runs right across and attempts to even out the temperature and have it come in gradually. So it's looking pretty good. You know what I'm not going to need today is this upper shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing on out. And just set it aside. So what I like to do once the pits come up to temperature a little bit, give it a little bit of cleaning. Just kind of knock off the big chunks. It's all about the seasoning, right? I don't want to get rid of all of it. But as you can see, my pit's probably needing a good clean here in a few months. A few 100 pounds. I'm only cooking 2 ribs on this this monster here. So I'm definitely going to set them over here where I believe it's got the most even temperature, closest to the exit of the stack. So all looks good. Close this up. I'm going to let it continue to get hot. Now over here, this little shelf here on the firebox, I use to preheat logs. I don't think it's big enough to really cook any beans. As you can see there, the fire's going really nice. I'm just going to preheat this a little bit more. Just as I put that meat church rub on there, I'm going to put this last piece of oak in there. And then I'm going to go with some of this hickory that I got down below. As you can see, got the meat church ready to go. These things have been sweating out here for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and put a nice, generous coat of this beautiful red rub on here. And it's just a beautiful color. I really love it. It's going to give it a nice mahogany flavor. If you get clumped up, if you're in an area where it's a little bit higher humidity like we are here along the coast, give it a shake. There we go. And then just keep going. Yeah, here about 5 miles from the ocean, we have a hard time keeping things dry, especially Traeger pellets or any kind of pellet smokers. Flip these over, keep going. And again, these ribs from Ventura Meat Company just look so awesome. Be sure to get the edges as much as you can. You wouldn't worry about too much about the back. And competition, you want to definitely season up the back and maybe even give it a little zing of something extra, because the judges tend to put their tongue on the bottom of that rib when they're taking the taste test. So that's a little black belt trick that I learned from a guy named Harry Sue, actually. Alright, that looks good. Let's put them on the smoker. Okay, first thing I'm going to do here, put this nice big chunk of red oak in there. So I'm going to go this way. It's a little hot. So on this Yoder Wichita, I like to put my logs in lengthwise. Crack open this door a little bit. That way the air kind of flows up and over and into the chamber. Okay, so we're just above 220 right here. Maybe right about 220. And we're going to go ahead and put these things in. Beautiful ribs from Ventura Meat Company. So I'm going to put these in here bone down, and I'm going to put the fatter side toward the fire chamber. My theory is that it'll give the rib a little bit more protection. And a little trick that I learned, push them together a little bit, kind of get that meat bunched up on that bone just a little bit more. There we go. So I'm going to go for about 3 hours, and while that 3 hours is going, when the bark gets set up and it passes that finger test where it won't rub off, then you want to spritz it. I'm using a 50-50 water apple cider vinegar mix. And again, don't spritz until that bark sets up. You don't want to wash off that bark. Okay, so the pit's running a little bit hotter than I planned. It's probably more like 250 range, so it'll probably get wrapped a little bit sooner. And so when the color is set up and the bark is set up, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in foil, and I'm just gonna add spritz to it, not much else. I might add a little bit more of that meat church to the areas where the fat's rendered down a little bit, just to replace some of that rub that's rendered off there with the fat. Then I'm gonna put it back on there, let it finish it up. When it's all done, I'm gonna use the skewer test. And when that skewer goes through those ribs like peanut butter, that's the consistency you want. That's when the meat's telling you it's ready to eat and go in my belly. All right, looking really good. I wouldn't say right now they passed the fingernail test. About another hour or so. So we're gonna go probably about another half hour, 45 minutes, maybe before they're ready to be spritzed. So what I've noticed a lot with these Yoders, the Yoder Wichita at least, and other reviews that I've seen online, is that they end up having to barely crack this door here just a little bit instead of using the factory air vent here, kind of a circular double triangle kind of thing. I usually keep that closed. I was skeptical at first. I tried using the installed vent. It's really hard to regulate. It's really tough. So I find myself using the door ajar method. It gives a nice little crack all the way around. I think it has something to do with not having enough volume on the entire firebox. I've seen like Lone Star Grills and a few other companies use nice big square fireboxes, and you tend to get a little bit more volume, and I think that's the problem. It's either that or I can go to really small wood chips or charcoal and wuss out, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I like my nice chunky wood, and so I'm willing to try this little crutch here. So I'm not sure what kind of crutch you call that. I know they got Texas crutch for wrapping brisket and stuff. Anyway, comment, let me know what kind of crutch is that. All right, looks like it's definitely passing the spark test. So I'm going to just give it a little bit of a spritz with my 50-50 water apple cider vinegar. Alright, and it looks like the water tray is doing really well, so it's keeping hydrated. Check back in about a half hour. Okay, it's been just about 3 hours, and these ribs from Ventura Meat Company look like they're ready to get wrapped. There we go. Yeah, these things look really good. Got a nice mahogany color. The bones are just starting to pull back. Looks really nice. So I'm going to do these meat side down, and all they need is just a little bit of spritz. Really doesn't need a whole lot more. It's good old apple cider vinegar water mix. And I'm going to use 2 pieces of foil just to make sure those bones, any sharp protrusions, don't go out the bottom and ruin our day. We want to wrap these nice and tight. Don't want to give any room for steaming to go on. Don't want to boil your ribs. Definitely don't want to boil them. There we go. Okay, nice little squeeze. Check it for any little holes. We go right back on, meat side down. Got one more to do. Give it a quick little spritz. Meat side down. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay. Wrap these up just like we did the first one. Again, going on the smoker, meat side down, 250. I'm gonna go for about another hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm gonna check them midway through with a skewer. Again, if this skewer goes into the meat like peanut butter, then they're ready. And we'll take them out, sauce them, put them back in, and we'll eat them. Okay, it's been about 4 hours since we originally put these on. And we have a quick skewer test. We've been cooking here in the foil for about an hour. Again, we're looking for the consistency of peanut butter. Okay, it's a little tight, but not bad. It's actually really nice. A little tighter on the end here. So it kind of pulls. You kind of see that, how it kind of pulls on it. You don't want it to pull back on you very much. So I'm going to wrap these back up. Again, without puncturing them. Okay, Not gonna bother checking that one. We'll go for about another half hour, then take it off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at these beautiful ribs. Courtesy of the Ventura Meat Company and Coleman Farms, your source for sustainable grass-fed beef and pork. And look at that, that is beautiful. So right now it's about 3:15, so they've been cooking for just about a honest 5 hours. We got done wrapping these about a half hour, 45 minutes ago. Pulled them out, barely even had to touch them. We just let them set up.
They look nice, babe.
Don't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They look really good. Would you like a beer?
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna flip these over. I found they're easier to cut that way. All right, so I'm gonna go right here in the middle. There we go. Cut one more. Right down the middle. Oh, it's falling apart. All right, there we go. All right, look at that. Nice pink center, nice smoke ring. That is beautiful. All right. Look at that. Look at that. It's got a nice pull. Pulls away from the bone. You want to see just a little bit of a wet bone. Look at that. A lot of smoke ring on that. I wrapped these about 3 hours in, but I got a little too much smoke, but that's okay. Oh, it's delicious. This farm-raised pork from Coleman Farms, the Ventura Meat Company. This is just some awesome stuff. Combined with the Killer Hogs rub. Oh, yeah, that's a ticket. All right. That's so good. This one just fell apart. Here, baby. All right, these are excellent.
Oh no, these are juicy.
All right.
They're really juicy, honey.
I want to thank Michael from the Ventura Meat Company. These really beautiful ribs here. They're just really flavorful. They got great marbling. Really nice lean meat content as well. It's got a nice mixture of fat and lean. It's really good. Tastes really awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out in the description if you're interested in any of our barbecue products, and definitely check out the link to the Ventura Meat Company. Go check them out, and we'll see you on the next one. Look at that. Clean bone. All right. Cheers.